Alright, looking at satellite imagery, the atmosphere is alive. Our water vapor loop shows where the jet stream is carving out waves that guide our storms. Right now, the jet is dipping far south, pulling Arctic air from northern Canada. That big swirl near Hudson Bay. That's the Arctic air mass, slowly moving south, and it's picking up shortwave disturbances, pockets of energy that create lift for storms. One is moving through the northeast while another is churning across the Midwest. That second one is the main player here, grabbing cold air and wringing out snow, and some of us are already seeing it happen. If you're in Iowa, you're in the thick of it. Southern Iowa is mainly rain, but the farther north you go, Spencer, Sioux Falls, Sioux City, Fort Dodge, that's turning into snow. And this is just the beginning. Behind this system, a massive Arctic pocket is ready to push south, firing up lake-effect snow. By early next week, some areas could be buried, while others are just brushing frost off their windshields. Looking at the upper air patterns, the 500 millibar heights, we've got a bowling ball trough dropping into the eastern U.S., dragging that deep blue wintry air south. This trough creates lift, which generates clouds and snow. On the vorticity maps, you can see the spin diving from the Great Lakes through the Ohio and Tennessee valleys, over the Appalachians, and into the Carolinas. When rotation, moisture, and Arctic air combine, snow bands form, sometimes surprising flakes far south. I'm not predicting a snowstorm in Charlotte or Greensboro just yet. But don't be shocked if a few flurries sneak across the mountains into the Piedmont late Monday night into Tuesday. Early season troughs like this can do it, and the town will definitely notice. Timing it out with high-resolution models, snow starts tonight across northern Iowa, southern Minnesota, and Wisconsin. By late evening, heavy, wet snow spreads across northern Indiana into southern Michigan. South Bend, Fort Wayne, Kalamazoo, expect a few inches by morning, by the way. If you'd like specific weather forecasts for your region or city, please leave them in the comments. I'll answer them individually as time allows. Also, if you liked the video and subscribe to my channel, you'd be very grateful. Now, let's move on, as the low moves northeast by Sunday morning. Snow stretches into Ohio, southern Michigan, Detroit, and the St. Lawrence River Valley. Ottawa and Montreal could see a solid early season snow, some spots exceeding half a foot. Sunday afternoon, Lakeith snow ramps up. Cold northwest winds over the still warm Great Lakes create narrow, intense snow bands. Michigan, northern Indiana, and upstate New York could easily see a foot or more where these bands linger. Depending on placement, towns could get anywhere from an inch to a foot by Monday. The next wave of cold dives even further south. Snow showers spread through Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, and possibly eastern Tennessee and the Cumberland Plateau. Higher elevations, West Virginia and the Smokies, could see 6 to 12 inches. Maybe more on the peaks. Some high-resolution models even hint that a burst of snow might escape the mountains late Monday into early Tuesday, reaching the Virginia-North Carolina line, maybe even Charlotte. Will it stick? Probably not. But a few flakes wouldn't be a shock, perfect if you've put up a Christmas tree early. As for totals, northern Indiana and southern Michigan, 4 to 8 inches, maybe more locally. Michigan's up in western shores, over a foot. Upstate New York, Watertown, Buffalo. Eerie heavy snow with strong winds and near whiteout conditions. Down south, West Virginia, eastern Kentucky. And the Smokies, a foot or more on the peaks, an early boost for ski season. Tennessee, western North Carolina, northern Georgia, a quick coating, mostly for show, and the cold. Monday highs could be 20 to 35 degrees below average. Northern plains in the 30s, Midwest in the 40s, and the Carolinas dropping from 70s this weekend to upper 40s by Monday. A sharp temperature crash in less than 2 days. By Tuesday morning, freezing air could reach central Florida, Ocala hitting 32 on November 11th. That's early for a Florida freeze. Meanwhile, over in New England, that coastal storm spinning off the Atlantic is winding down. Boston, Cape Cod, Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard, you're catching some leftover showers, but it's clearing fast. Up north, Nova Scotia and Halifax are seeing heavier rain rolling in, so they're next in line for a wet day down in the southeast. While southern Georgia is dealing with strong thunderstorms. Savannah, Waycross, Douglas, Vidalia, all under heavier rain and some lightning. And Florida, pretty much the usual story. Afternoon and evening storms moving through. Nothing out of the ordinary, But it's all part of this larger setup that's priming the atmosphere for what's coming next. Now let's look at the bigger picture, because this is where things get really interesting. Temperature anomalies for late October and early November are already showing stark contrasts. The west is running warmer than normal, while the south and southeast are cooler than usual. The Midwest, Great Lakes, and Northeast have been hovering near or slightly above normal, but all that is about to change dramatically by Saturday. All the ingredients for a classic snowstorm are coming together. A low-pressure system is forming, creating a distinct rain-snow line from Montana and the Dakotas through Minnesota and Iowa. South of that line, rain is feeding into the developing low over central Missouri. The warm air out west is actually helping push this Arctic blast further south like a seesaw effect, the stronger the ridge out west. The deeper the cold plunges southward, come Sunday morning, snow showers will be breaking out across Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio, northern New York. Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine are also in line for snow thanks to the eastward moving rain-snow line. The Northeast's snowfall chances have increased since yesterday, meaning interior and northern areas could see their first flakes of the season by Monday. The trough digs deeper and Arctic air surges even further south. Snow could stretch from Michigan down to northern Georgia and Alabama. Record lows are possible across multiple states, and even Tampa might flirt with an early November record, something you rarely, ever, see. Monday night into Tuesday, lake effect snow bands fire up. Ohio, Indiana, western Pennsylvania, and western New York will see localized heavy snow, while Maine, Quebec, and Montreal pick up their own round of flakes as the low moves north. By midweek, the core of the cold starts to ease slightly, but the east stays below normal through Wednesday and Thursday, crisp. Early winter air that bites harder than it should this time of year. Out west, a new coastal storm moves onshore, bringing heavy rain from Northern California through Washington and significant snow in the Sierra Nevada and Cascades. By Friday, this system expands eastward into the Rockies, so while the east continues to deal with lingering cold, the west becomes the next hotspot for heavy snow. The coming week or two is looking very active. A progressive pattern is in place, meaning systems move quickly from west to east. Expect temperature swings one day below normal, the next slightly above, and repeated opportunities for rain and snow. The southeast might see less precipitation at first. That could change as the pattern evolves. Snowfall totals will be impressive out west, especially in mountainous areas. East of the Rockies, Lakeith snow zones will see localized but significant accumulation. Parts of the Appalachians and interior New England could also see early season snow, with bands producing multiple inches depending on intensity. Temperature anomalies are striking, 20 to 25 degrees below normal in some areas. Parts of the deep south possibly breaking records. This pattern lasts through midweek, with the east remaining cooler while the heartland warms up slightly before another cool down. Alright, if you'd like specific weather forecasts for your region or city, leave your region or city in the comments. I'll answer them individually as I have time. Commenting is completely free. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.